What's up everybody, I'm HoopsandHipHop. So pretty much for as long as I can remember, I've always loved a good mystery. Whether it's in a TV show, a book, or a game, it's always super fun to watch a mystery come together and see all of the pieces that come together in order to solve it. Obviously, Pokémon has its fair share of mysteries as well, and one thing that I think gets a little overshadowed sometimes in a franchise all about magical creatures are the human characters. There are tons of really interesting human characters throughout the various Pokémon games, and some of them have really interesting stories surrounding them that we just don't know that much about. So in this video, I'm going to be counting down the top 5 mysterious Pokémon characters in my own opinion. So with all of that out of the way, let's get started. Coming in at number 5 is Annabelle. Now, Annabelle wouldn't have even been considered for this list if it weren't for her character getting a ton of development in Sun and Moon. We know the general story when it comes to Annabelle. She fell through an ultra wormhole, lost her memory, and later became a chief at the International Police. But despite all that we know, there still seems to be an aura of mystery surrounding her. How was she sucked into an ultra wormhole? Does she remember anything from her previous life? Is Looker's similar experience in Oraz related to this? I think a lot of this mystery comes from the enigma that is ultra space and its ultra wormholes. We just don't know a whole lot about them, and if we ever learn more in some sort of Sun and Moon follow-up, we just might learn a little bit more about Annabelle as well. Number 4 is another character whose mystery began in a recent game, Zinnia. Now, there are a few interesting questions we can ask about Zinnia, like, how does she know that the Pokémon world has parallel dimensions, and what happened to her people, the Draconids? It's never really stated that they went extinct or anything, yet the only known members are Zinnia and her grandmother. We didn't really get to learn much about them at all, despite the fact that they have apparently lived in Hoenn for a very long time. Then there comes the biggest question of them all, Aster. Aster was a person who was very dear to Zinnia, but apparently died in some unknown way. According to Shigeru Omori, Aster held the position of lore keeper before Zinnia, but that's all the information we know for sure. Many people have speculated that Aster was possibly Zinnia's daughter, and many other thoughts and ideas have been thrown around on this topic. There are still a few unanswered questions surrounding Zinnia, so she gets the number 4 spot. Number 3 is an interesting pick because it's not so much the character that's mysterious, but his actions, and that would be Cyrus. If you've played Pokemon Platinum, then you probably remember how even after he was defeated and Giratina was stopped, he still vowed to create a world without spirit, and stayed in the Distortion world, returning to its inner depths after talking to the player. So, what's the deal? Why is Cyrus staying in the Distortion world, and is anything happening to him because of that? It's also interesting that he still vowed to create a world without spirit, as if he was leaving something on the table for some sort of future event. This gets even more interesting when we consider that Diamond and Pearl remakes are likely on the way, and it begs the question if this storyline could possibly be explored in those games. I certainly hope so, but for now, all we can do is wonder. In the runner-up spot are 2 characters that you've likely forgotten about or weren't even fully aware of, Anthea and Concordia. Anthea and Concordia are 2 women who appear very briefly in Black and White and Black and White 2, and despite their very minor role, they sit in the same position as one of the game's biggest characters, N. Just like N, Anthea and Concordia were adopted by Ghetsis and are N's foster sisters. I find it really intriguing that they are in a position where they could be really huge and important characters, yet they almost are never seen in the game at all. It's also very interesting as to why they were adopted by Ghetsis. Could they have been his original targets for his evil plan, but somehow didn't work out and so he went for N instead? It's really impossible to know unless we get more information down the road, but it's still really interesting and fun to think about. And the number 1 most mysterious Pokemon character in my opinion are the Shadow Triad. We really have never seen anything like them in any other Pokemon games, and almost everything about them is mysterious. The Shadow Triad are ninja-like characters who are 100% loyal to Ghetsis since he apparently saved their lives at some point in the past. They have the ability to teleport basically anywhere, and they even give the player the 3 orbs of the creation trio by order of Ghetsis for some reason. The biggest question when it comes to the Shadow Triad is, who are they? Their lives were all saved by Ghetsis, so why is Ghetsis taking in and saving so many people if he's a bad guy? Was he intending on using them like he used N? And how are they able to teleport? As far as the games are concerned, we don't really see human characters with magical abilities that often, so it's certainly a question worth asking. It was thought by many at one point that their identity could be that of the Striaton gym leaders, since they also have 3 people in their group. But this was debunked during one of the memory links in Black and White 2. Finally, even though it's probably just the game's way of giving you access to these items, why did Ghetsis want the Shadow Triad to give you the orbs from the creation trio, and how did he even get them in the first place? Even if we may never know the answers to these questions, they certainly make for some good theories. And those were my 5 most mysterious Pokemon characters. Like I said in the intro, I really love mysteries, so I hope that Game Freak continues to include them in future games. It gives us fans something to think about while playing the games, and it also gives us a chance to expand the world of Pokemon by piecing together the various things that Game Freak have hidden throughout each title. Anyways, if you enjoyed the video, be sure to give it a like and let me know down in the comments below which one of these mysterious characters is your favorite, or if you have a certain mystery or character of your own that you really like that wasn't on the list. Also, be sure to subscribe if you haven't, because I upload great Pokemon content every Tuesday and Saturday. Anyways, I will be back with another video soon, and until then, I'll smell you guys later.